Ophia's Open Class. My name is Andrea Hayfley, and I'd like to welcome my assistant,
Petey.
Today is week 3, lesson 3 of 4. Today's title of the lesson is called Target Games, Skills, and Strategies. Before we get started, let's go over the safety requirements. Number 1, make sure the space where today's movement is to take place is large enough for the number of learners. So if there is only one learner playing this game, you don't need that much of a space. However, if there are more than one learners, make sure the space is a little bit larger. 2, make sure the space is free of obstacles. So what I've done is I've moved my furniture to the side. Step 3, make sure the space is non-slip. So what we do in our home is we take off our socks. If you're going to take this game outside, make sure you are wearing your running shoes. The learning goal for today's lesson is we are learning to send objects with control when playing target games alone and or with others while having fun and being successful. The first game is for our primary learners. It is adapted from Ophia's Playsport resource. It's called Archers Away. The focus is on sending an object with aim and accuracy to a target. It is a progression from last week's target game. Here's the equipment you will need. If you have a hula hoop, like the one behind me, you can hang it with a piece of string around an archway in your home. However, if you don't have an open archway or doorway, you can use a cardboard box. And what I've done with the cardboard box is I've cut the bottom out and I saved one side and I folded the flap so that it can fit into the door, like the one behind me, okay? Another piece of equipment you'll need is something to mark the different lines from where you were going to be throwing from. So what I use in my home is cans, and I have 3 throwing lines set up behind me. Another thing that you can use to set up the lines is a rolled up towel, so be creative. Then you're going to look around your home for an object that you can send. You can use a ball, and I like throwing a stuffed toy. So to set up the game, I've put up my target against the door, which is my box, then 3 throwing lines. Here's how you play this game alone. You're going to be sending the object to the target that's hung up, okay? So Petey's gonna start by holding the object and standing at the first throwing line. If he is successful, awesome, he can move to the second throwing line. If he's not successful, he's gonna stay at that throwing line until he can get the object into the basket. Awesome, thank you, Petey. He's gonna try again. There we go, big hand for him. So here are your look fors. I can look where I will send the object. I can aim where I will send the object. And I am trying my best while having fun. Here's how you play this game with another learner. Each learner is going to choose their own object to send, and they're going to take turns sending their object at each throwing line. If you are successful, you will progress to the next throwing line. If you're not successful, keep trying. Okay? So here we'll demonstrate. Petey's gonna throw with his ball. If he's successful, he's gonna move back. However, he's gonna let me have my turn first. If I'm not successful, I'm gonna be staying at the first throwing line, and then it's gonna be his turn. He gets to move to the third throwing line. I stay at the first throwing line. Awesome, I got it in. Petey's turn at the third throwing line. Try again. Oh, my turn, yes. There we go. Petey's turn. There we go. Thank you, Petey. For some extensions to this game, try adding more suspended objects, targets. So what you're gonna do is you can use different size paper boxes, you can use at different heights, and even try changing the object you are sending. The next game is for our junior learners. It is adapted from Ophia's Playsport resource called Bullseye. The focus is still continuing on target games, but today we are focusing more on game tactics. Here's the equipment you will need. In order to create a bullseye onto the ground, what you'll need is to find tape, you can use string, or even skipping rope. But for our game today, we've used rolled up towel. Then you'll have to look around your home for 5, 6 objects that you can send. So what we've got is stuffed toy, beanbag, or even a ball. Okay? To set up the game, we'll show you right behind us. We've taken rolled up towels to create 3 concentric circles. Okay? Then we're going to add a point system to our bullseye. 3 points for getting the ball or the object into the middle of the circle. Thank you. 2 points for the next circle. And 1 point for the largest circle. So P's going to demonstrate for you by standing at the sending line. Here's our objects. So one at a time, he's going to send each object with an underhand throw. The first object landed in the second circle, so that's 2 points. Then it landed in the middle circle, so that's 3 points. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And then his third object landed in the middle circle. Another 3 gives him a total of 8 points. Thanks, Petey. So here are your look fors. I can apply a controlled force to send the object as close as possible to the target. I can throw for distance and accuracy. And I can create a plan to increase my chances of success. Here's how to play this game with another learner. I've chosen a stuffed toy and 2 dog toys. Petey, let's play. So what we're going to do is take turns sending our object, and we're going to keep track of how many points we get after each throw. He didn't get it in the circle, so that counts for 0 points for Petey. I'm going to do my underhand throw. I've got 2 points. Petey, go for it. He's gotten 3 points, so 2, 3 for Mummy. Okay, I got 4 points. Petey has 3. Oh, he's racked up to 6 points. Thanks, Petey. Okay, so for some extensions in this game, you can increase the distance from where you are sending. Try using your non-dominant hand. Or you can even change the shape of the target. So instead of creating a bullseye by creating circles, try creating a triangle. Get creative. Here's a game for our intermediate learners. It is adapted from Ophia's Health and Physical Education Curriculum Resources, Grade 8. The name of the game is called Foursquare. I like to move it. We are focusing still on target games, a progression from last week's game, but today it's more on gaming tactics. Here's the equipment you will need. Look around your home for an object to send. I can find a dog toy, a ball, or even a stuffed animal. You'll also need to look around your home for an empty cardboard box or even a bucket. Then you'll need some rolled up towels or some string to create a large square. To set up the game, you're going to take a look behind me. Create the square using your rolled up towels or string, and then you're going to place the empty bucket in the middle of the square. The empty bucket or box will be your target. Here's how to play the game alone. You're going to stand anywhere on the outside of the square. The objective of the game is to use an underhand throw to send your object to move the target around the square. Your goal is to move this target to touch all 4 sides of the square. Okay? Petey, can you demonstrate? He's moved it to the first line, this white towel. He's going to stand on this side. Try again. So I have to touch the other side of the square. I'm going to stand on the other side. One more throw. Let's see. I think you can do it. There you go. Awesome. We touch this side of the square. See if you can move to the other side. There you go. He's moved to the other side. Let's give him a big hand. Here are your look force for this game. I can apply a controlled force by sending the object as close as possible to the target. I can throw for distance and accuracy, and I can create a plan to increase my chances of success. Here's how to play the game with another learner. I'm going to choose an object to send, and then what we're going to do is figure out which lines of the square belong to which learner. So PD, can you show the viewers which lines of the square belong to you?
The back line.
Yeah?
And this one.
Very good. So this white towel will belong to me, and this towel over here will belong to me. So now when we're playing against each other, what we're going to do is see if I can move the target to hit either of his lines, and he's going to try to throw to see if he can move the target to hit any of my lines. If it hits any of my lines, he gets a point. Likewise for me too. PD, you go first. That's 1-0 for PD. He touched my line. I'm going to stand on this side. Oh, it didn't touch any of your lines. So that's 1-0 for PD still. 2-0. He's hit my other line on this side. I'm going to stand at this angle. See if I have better luck over here. Oh, so close. 2-0 for PD. Okay. So, here are some extensions for this game. And you can try this at home too. Try changing the target. So instead of an empty box, you can make it heavier by placing something in it. Or you can even make it lighter by finding a lighter box. You can also try changing the object you are throwing, just to see if it makes it easier or more challenging. You can also change the game by sending with your non-dominant hand. So if you're used to using your right hand, try using your left. Here are some accommodations and modifications for the games being played today. It is really important to know your learners to determine if you should be using accommodations and or modifications. Accommodations are adding supports to the game to help the learner be successful. It could be increasing or decreasing the size of the target, increasing or decreasing the size of the object, or even changing the type of object being thrown, or even giving the instructions in a different way. So demonstrating how to play the game, or even using visuals to show the learner how to play the game. A modification is changing the expectations or lowering the expectations of the game to meet the needs of the learner. One modification you can use for a learner who has gross and or fine motor challenges is, instead of sending the object to the target, you can have the learner drop the object in or on the target. Another modification you can use is, instead of sending the object to the target, you can change the game into a matching activity. So if the target is red, you can have the learner match the red ball to the red target. Or you can have visuals where you are matching the picture of the target and having the learner stick the visual to the target. Here are your guiding questions for today's lesson. 1. What are effective ways to ensure aim and accuracy when sending your object to the target? 2. When playing with an opponent, how can you control or force your opponent to play a certain way to work to your advantage? 3. If someone were watching you play the game, describe how they could tell if you were having fun. 4. What strategies did you use when you were having challenges sending the object to the target? Don't forget to share your successes using #OphiaOpenClass. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.